podcast to honor the gods.
This better come with a sacrifice.
Dave X Media.
It was sitting at a crossroads between the petting zoo and the sea otter pond. A large golden and red chariot, tethered to 4 black horses. The chariot was decorated with amazing detail. It would have been beautiful if all the pictures hadn't shown people dying painful deaths. The horses were breathing fire out of their nostrils. Families with strollers walked right past the chariot like it didn't exist. I guess the mist must have been really strong around it, because the chariot's only camouflage was a handwritten note taped to one of the horses' chests that read, "Official Zoo Vehicle." Welcome to Of the Eldest Gods, where we discuss Rick Riordan's role as our godly parent.
I'm Raye from Cabin 12.
And I'm Charlie from Cabin 13.
And I'm Leela from Cabin 7. Hola.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
Oh, hello. Interesting. I love it. Beautiful. Hi, Leela. How's it going?
Hey, it's going good. I read a lovely little self-published fanfic today. And,
I love it.
It's been a while since I've, read a blog like that. But, it was great. It was free. It was entertaining. And it was a lovely little end to my work day. So...
I love this so much. I think, I'm just gonna say it out loud. We've technically recorded one of these short stories before everything else because, oh no, doing things out of order, what? But I'm pretty sure Raye was also like, hey, this feels like fan fiction.
Yeah, no, literally.
So I'm glad we're just gonna keep that as like a theme throughout these short stories. They're all fanfic. But also, they're technically canon.
Yeah, it's delightful.
Yeah. It's like, you can be a fan of yourself. It's fine.
You can, in fact. I love it when, artists make fanfic of their own work, you know?
Yeah.
It's
so
great.
We
fanfic,
discovered
fan art.
that we all read this in 3 different ways, which is that Charlie has a physical copy, obviously, because they're Charlie.
Listen, I have the actual sacred text in front of me, the Demigod Files.
Wow.
This is the first short story in there. You open it up.
Yeah, it's right there. It's
beautiful.
Perfect. And I got it from an online library because I didn't realize that you could just do what Layla has done, which is go to Rick Riordan's fucking blog, and it's up there. It's a post from 2007, and you can read it.
Yeah.
It's not one post, though.
It's 3
right?
posts.
It's a 3-parter, yeah. Good 3-parter.
That's
incredible.
Yeah.
It was so funny. Leela was like, "So which part are we talking about?" I'm like, "It's one story. What do you mean?"
We were so baffled.
What part?
I mean, in your defense, I straight up read the wrong chapter the last time, so who knows what this bitch is going to bring to the table this time, you know? I like to keep people on their toes.
That's right. Oh my god. Yeah. I was concerned for a second. I'm just like, did you just read all the short stories? Or
I read all
did you
of
read
them.
the wrong thing? What's happening?
This was a summary episode, right? Well, it is summery outside.
Hey.
That did not deserve that much cheering.
I don't like the summer. It's too hot. It's too warm. I can't. I'm sweating.
Yeah.
But actually, I'm not because I'm in the AC.
I was going to say, I keep it like an icebox in my house, so...
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I don't
have AC, but my god, it does feel warm today. Maybe it's just that my computer's fucking overheating.
Oh, it's definitely that.
My lap
It's
feels
absolutely.
warm. What,
Guess what my thermostat's set to? 69.
Nice.
Woo!
That's what I put
ours
it
is
to
at
when I
like
go
74, so...
In my house, we call that grandma's temperature. Because you know how you have to keep it
want to save money.
real warm for Granny? Yeah, I know, you're right. It's so expensive. But I say, you know, I just turn into a devious millionaire in the summer in my head. I'm just like, spare no expense. Like, money away. Like, money is no object. but then it's, like, very much so an object.
Indeed.
You say it's like grandma's temperature, but my grandmother always has her house set to freezing no matter what.
Wow, really? What about her old bones? I've never met any grandma that's not like, my bones hurt, it's so cold.
It's always cold. It's always cold in her house, and she's like, I'm not cold.
What? Your grandma's
And I'm like, I'm freezing.
No, mine are like, it's August, why do you need the AC? It's so cold in here, the fan's on. And it's like 82 degrees in their house, and you're like, please. Can't you see everyone around you visibly sweating? Please.
Please, we're suffering. Don't do this.
It's okay. When we're old, we'll get to do whatever we want to.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Yay, being old. Don't like it.
Yeah.
Oh, Charlie.
Okay.
Accept your fate.
No! I am Peter Pan. I don't age. Doesn't happen.
I mean, Robin Williams looked a pretty kind of old Peter Pan in the movie.
I
Don't
would
bring up
believe
Robin
that
Williams. I will start crying.
Same.
Charlie, become Robin Williams. Accept your fate. I'm going to tell you guys about this short story that we read.
I don't want to become, like, a drunk man who hates his children. No thank you. Anyway.
Oh, he didn't hate his children. It was complicated. He loved his daughter, Zelda.
We'll do a hook episode some other time.
Yeah. That kind of goes.
Yeah. It works for me.
He's Peter Pan, right? Pan?
Pansexual.
God.
I was like,
Charlie, shut the
pansexual.
fuck up.
Peter Pansexual.
There you go. I called Haley
right.
that at a party one time. I was like, who is this fucking Peter Pansexual over here?
Ray, you could go
Percy
ahead.
Percy Jackson and the Stolen Chariot. Percy, he spots Clarice fighting some evil birds outside of his school. Clarice is very tsundere about accepting any help from Percy, but she lets him come with her to go and help get back her dad's chariot. It was stolen by her shithead minor god brothers, Phobos and Deimos. Phobos can make you see your worst fear, and Deimos can cause riots and shit. Generally bad dudes. They have to take a ferry, and they get attacked by a sea serpent, and they work together surprisingly well. They find the chariot, official zoo vehicle, in a little zoo. Percy has to overcome a vision of the camp on fire, and they get the chariot back and beat up those shitheads, and they ride the chariot literally over the waves of the New York harbor with sea god powers. And then they have a bonding moment. TM. The end.
It's good shit. I don't know why my brain was just thinking about Rise of the Guardians. But it's because fear itself and nightmares. Anyway.
Yeah.
Is that one about Santa and the Easter Bunny?
Yeah. But
He's
the villain is the nightmare guy, the boogeyman. So he's fear.
Okay.
And they're fighting fear itself, so
he's a much more suave fear, though. The chariot is like Santa's sleigh. I see the visual connections that you are bringing up, but
I'm making up some bullshit here. You're welcome. I just wanted to spout some bullshit at you.
This looks like
yeah.
similar to Percy Jackson.
No way. Is it Percy Jackson?
No,
and
it's not
Chariot?
Percy Jackson. It's a different book.
Are you sure?
No.
Well, my dudes. Okay, this sure is a thing. Let's talk about some mythology. Let me bullshit my way into this because there's not a lot here, but there's some. So, in case you missed it, for 5 seconds, let me talk about those birds, because I read this short story and I was like, what the fuck are these goddamn birds? What are they doing here? I've never heard of them. They're the, let's see if I can pronounce this. Ornithes arioi. They're the birds of Aries.
He just has birds?
He just has birds. They guard the Amazon shrine of Ares on a coastal island in the Black Sea. The Argonauts fight them in their quest for the Golden Fleece. So,
okay,
and their feathers are knives or something?
I have no fucking clue. because this is like 2 sentences on the Wikipedia list of Greek mythological figures, or Greek mythological creatures.
You think Rick just added a little spice there?
Probably. I could also compare them to something in Sailor Moon. Sailor Mars, which, you know, Mars is the Roman version of Ares, has her 2 birds. Hey, guess what their names are? Their names are Phobos and Deimos. And they are black birds. Ravens? Crows? I still don't know the difference between them. But they hang out with her. And
ravens are big boys. Crows are just little
they're
fuckers.
Both, like,
how would I know the difference?
They're both, like, very similar, and they're cute little, like, they're very, very smart and can, like, will, like, bring you treats and remember you. And I think is it only ravens that do the creepy mimic thing, or is that crows as well?
I think crows might also do that. I'm not sure.
It was this lady who was like, mi amigo, hola, hola. And then the raven dead ass goes, hola. I was like, nope. I'm out of here.
Okay, I have confirmed they are crows in Sailor Moon.
And I've confirmed that crows can learn certain words in human speech.
Good.
So
Befriend a crow, everyone.
Yeah, they're awesome. I love
sure
corvids. My besties.
All right, well, let me now talk about Phobos and Deimos.
Are they like frat boys? Is that canon?
Deimos. They're just guys. They, for some reason, Phobos has slightly more on his page, but maybe that's because you know, his name is taken to mean like phobias and shit. So let's see. Deimos, his name means dread, god of dread and terror. So they are the sons of Ares and Aphrodite. He represents the feelings of dread and terror that befell those before a battle, and then Phobos personifies feelings of fear and panic in the midst of battle.
Okay, so like panic, it's like one's fear and the other's panic, kind of.
Yeah, one is anticipation and one is...
I feel like that's interesting compared, like, since, okay, so, like, in the story, remember how, like, Phobos' power, like, or what he shows Percy, it kind of seems like it's more of the dread, because that's what Percy's, you know, he's fearing something in the future.
But Rick has interpreted it entirely differently. Yeah.
He's just like, oh, this is like the personal fear, where that's the
crowd-wide
big
fear.
Whatever person fear. Which I guess Ares could be a crowd-wide fear, because Deimos turns into Ares. Alright, let's see. They're assistants to Ares. They go into battle with him. They remove him from the field when Heracles is fighting him. Okay. So, like, I guess, okay, the Shield of Heracles, that's a poem. Okay, so Heracles and Ares, like, fought each other. Heracles injured him. Hey, it's almost like Percy injured Ares that one time. It's almost like that.
No.
Yeah, so they take him away from the battle. Okay, and in another story, Zeus arms Phobos with lightning and Deimos with thunder to frighten Typhon. I wonder if he's gonna come back in later Percy Jackson things, because he's waking up. And they also do act as his charioteers. During Dionysus's war against India,
oh boy.
Whenever that comes up, I'm just like, right, that's a thing. I still think it's hilarious. It's terrible, but it's kind of funny. Dionysus, I will just attack all of India. Okay, buddy, sure.
Why'd he do that?
Unclear. I haven't looked into that story. They also have Roman equivalents. So Deimos' Roman equivalent is Formido or Metis. I think that's funny. Formido it doesn't... That sounds like a fake name. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like Destructo. Like,
yeah, that's what it sounds like to me. Alright, does Phobos have anything different on his page? So Phobos' Roman equivalents, again, he has 2 different names. Pavor, or Terror. Interesting. Since Deimos is the god of terror? What? Okay, sure. Accompany dad into battle. Yada, yada, yada. Oh, okay. Phobos, has a shrine in Sparta. Just Phobos? Not Deimos? That's funny. This is the cooler brother, actually. Didn't you know? Yeah, that's basically it for them. They exist, and they're the sons of Ares. But also Aphrodite, let's not forget. They should be fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
Because they're sons of Aphrodite.
They're hot. They're alluring and fearful.
Yeah. Like, you know people that, like, they're really hot, but they also, like, they make you so afraid that it makes you hot?
That makes me hot.
Like, like, big, intimidating person, it's like, oh, that's kind of hot.
Yeah, they're strong, sexy, powerful people.
Exactly.
But also, these guys are bullies, so they're like hot bullies.
Yeah.
And that's not fair.
That's the problem.
You might as well be ugly if you're going to be a bully. You can't have...
Rick was like, Ares is the villain here, so we gotta make his sons just as bad, if not worse. So they suck.
Yeah. Don't love that. But...
It's not great.
That's okay, but it's great to just have, like, a clear villain who's not complicated that we can just hate. That's something I like about these books in general, I think, is, like, they're not really giving it the Maleficent treatment, you know what I mean? Nothing against Maleficent,
yeah.
But every villain doesn't have to have a backstory. Like, sometimes they can just be bad, and sometimes that's really fun.
This is true. I mean, all the big bads, like, all the gods and things just are like that. And then there's Luke, who's, like, the more humanized one. So it's like you kind of get a little bit of both for the villains in these stories.
Yeah. Well, all the demigods are, like, psychologically fucked up because their parents are gods, so...
No way. It's almost like that would do something to you mentally. Just a little bit. Alright. Let's talk about this fucking story where we get, like, the weirdest, besties, hanging out, Percy and Clarice.
No, this is so fucking delightful to me. Like, for real.
It's great, actually.
I like it. It's, because Clarice you guys probably get so into it and from the books, or the books probably get more into it. But, like, Clarice is a dick, but she also, like, kind of almost can't help it just because...
Trauma?
Well, trauma, and, like, she literally thinks anything that's not a weapon is useless,
Yeah.
Like, what do you have to have gone through to have that mentality where you're like, war? It's probably the best thing. Yeah? Am I right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's not great.
And it's... like, knowing from this story and from other stuff that, like, she wants the approval of her father, who's also, like, sexist, and knowing that, like, how hard she has to work to be brutal to hope for, like, any amount of, like, acceptance from her family. She's so interesting. Hey.
Yeah, it's sure a time for her.
To bring back something that I said several episodes ago... Percy and Clarice Kismesis. This short story is my, like, thesis on that, which is some fucking Homestuck shit, so don't even worry about it. But
I'm done. I'm quitting. You can't keep talking to me about Homestuck.
I can and I will. Also, now that I have looked it up on the blog, I have some information, because there's a little piece. Because I was like, when the fuck does this take place? This story...
Yeah, that's a weird one.
It was written as a promo piece for the release of the Titan's Curse. So it takes place between books 3 and 4.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it actually came out... it was only on a special bookstore mailing list, but then he's posted it in 3 parts to his blog afterwards. And then... like, he decided to do a series of short stories as its own book, and then ended up putting it on there, so then it got an official release for, like, the first time.
Yeah, I think, like, he made the Demigod Files, like, shortly before Last Olympian, to be like, hey, my last book in this series is coming out, it's a big deal, huh? And, like, the stories in this are all supposed to be, like, leading up to that, but this short story was, like, took place a little bit before. So, yeah, I guess that makes sense, because, we really didn't get a lot of Clarice and Percy in Battle of the Labyrinth. She is in, like, 1 chapter? Am I right? Raye?
I don't know. She definitely they talked about her because she was on a quest. Yeah, so she was like gone the whole time. You're so right.
Because she had to appear so they could be like, hey, yeah, it's the labyrinth. And she was like, I'm not going there. Wait, maybe it was like 2 chapters.
Yeah, she showed up a couple
but
of
still.
times because there was shit with,
Right, Chris.
yeah.
Chris Rodriguez. You have to say both names, I forgot. Yeah, so, but she's, like, much bigger deal in, like, first book and Sea of Monsters, and then, like, Titan's Curse, she's also just, like, not present. It's because she's on this big secret quest. And then she comes back at, like, maybe the end of that book, I want to say?
Yes.
But, like, this is really the first time he's, like, talking to her since then.
It's
I don't know,
exciting.
just like
it's fun.
Why is she there in front of his school?
Because the chariot thing was just happening in New York, and it just happened to be
right
that she
complete
was in that
coincidence.
place at that
Don't worry
time.
about it. It's fine.
Okay,
we
great,
got
great.
nothing on that.
I won't worry about it.
We have no reason for this coincidence. She's just some girl in an alley. Okay, so wait, he still would be in middle school then at this time. Okay, I just have to put myself into that. Middle school science class. Excuse me, I have to, like, go puke, please.
Which apparently is the secret word.
Run out
I
of
love
school.
that.
Absolutely.
He sees her in an alley and he's like, shit, I know her. I have to get out of class. And then just, like, skips school, as Percy does. He didn't have to blow up a school this time. He just had to say, I have to go puke. This is a plus.
And
You should do
it's
that
because-
every time.
Yeah, I mean, when kids say they have to puke, they fucking mean, like, now.
Yeah.
Like, this is much younger, but when I was in first grade, I think, or second grade, I remember I always had to sit next to the teacher's desk because I couldn't focus on anything. And so the teacher's desk was at the back of the classroom, so I was, like, right in front of her. And this girl, Marissa Vermillera, walked up to the teacher, and she was like, I don't feel good, I had to throw up. And I feel like the teacher hesitated too long, and then she barfed all over me.
Oh no!
The whole back of me.
Oh.
And she was like, I ate too much cereal.
Oh god!
Oh my god.
I never forgot. And she grew up to be this very beautiful, charismatic, popular lady, but I never forgot. I never forgot
what she'd done.
Just hold a grudge for that. That's
like,
I'm remembering, like, that scene from, like, was it like Cheaper by the Dozen or
Oh,
something?
yuck.
Where
Yes.
like, yeah, one of them pukes on the floor, and then one of them, like, slips in it, and then pukes because he saw the puke. Yeah.
We gotta stop. I can't keep talking. I don't like it. I brought it up, but I don't like it.
You don't want me to talk about how one of my students, in the daycare that I work at, we just saw, like, puke on her mat, and she was still sleeping.
No!
She went back to sleep
Damn, she was
with
tired.
her face in it.
No! No!
Yeah.
Alright, next.
That was a fun day. Anyway,
No more puke talk.
no more. I'm done. Okay, so birds, evil birds.
They shoot their feathers like porcupine quills.
That's
Which
pretty fucking cool.
that's funny to me because that's what some of the birds do in the video game Herc's Adventures for the PlayStation.
Oh!
Oh,
Well, then it must
okay.
be based on some kind of not real thing, but some kind of real
You might think
mythological
so,
thing.
but I don't know. It's just maybe that's just what
Which
you would
came
imagine
first?
birds would do if they were
Which
attacking
came
you.
first, the video game or this?
Oh man.
I want to know who's plagiarizing who.
Okay, well, let
Like,
me
did
Google
Rick play
Herc's
this
Adventures
game?
real quick.
Or, like, did they read Percy Jackson?
Or
Which is it?
is it just part of mythology and that we missed?
Oh yeah.
It could be. It could be. Any
I
of
was
these
thinking,
things.
yes, this game is old as fuck. It's from 1997, so it's entirely possible.
It's as old as me?
Wow.
Rick definitely played this game. Or, like, maybe his, one of his sons did.
That would be so delightful to me. Everything about that would be so good to me.
Yeah.
How do I get my kids interested in my material? They're always
Well-
on those Game Boys.
Well, Leila, did you not know the origin story of Percy Jackson? That Rick's son Haley just really liked Greek mythology, and Rick told him like all these mythology stories, and when he ran out, he made up Percy.
Oh, okay. It's very like, isn't that Tolkien too? Like that's how the Hobbit. I was like, are you just telling me the Hobbit story right now?
Basically,
we love dads who are nice to their kids.
Hell yeah.
We absolutely do. All right. So they're fighting. They just kill a bunch of birds in this alley. This is fine. And then Clarice is like, I don't fucking need your help. Get out of here. I do think it's funny that she does call him by his actual name. She's not like using, this jerk, Prissy,
brain.
Jackson. Yeah, that's what Annabelle calls him.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know, she's using like his preferred nickname that everyone calls him.
Yeah.
And not like saying something else. It shows that they've like grown in their relationship.
And maybe it's easier for her when it's a one-on-one situation and she's not in front of all her mean friends.
Yeah, well, they bonded in Sea of Monsters, like,
brothers.
Legitimately.
Yeah.
They're, like, basically friends by now. They're just hate friends.
They did.
Frenemies.
They're like, we had that traumatic experience together, so, like, we're bonded forever, but also I still hate you.
Imagine seeing your friend or some, like, person that you know very well, like from school that you were never friends with, literally showing up, who lives nowhere close to you, showing up outside your school, getting attacked, and then that person has the audacity to say, this doesn't involve you. It's like, bitch, seriously? You just came here and did a performance. You might as well be holding a boombox on top of your head, like, outside of the window. Like, that's just funny. I just think that the way that this story starts is really, really funny.
Yeah. I'm actually wondering now, wait, do we know that Clarice is like a full-time camper? Or, cause like, is that why she's in New York-ish, I guess? I'm still questioning why the fuck, like, this is taking place here.
Well, she has to take the chariot back to somewhere in New York, so maybe that's just where the chariot is kept or something?
Yeah.
I don't remember if she's a full-timer or not, though.
Yeah.
I feel like it's been mentioned before.
I have questions.
Whether she goes home or not.
Yeah. I don't know now. All I know is that she goes to camp sometimes, but like I think she's from Phoenix, Arizona. I think we know this information from Battle
Was she there during
She blew up that building to try to blow up the labyrinth. I know that. This is canonical information we found out, Leela, is that to try to destroy the labyrinth, she's like, hey, I'm just gonna like put a wrecking ball through this building
Clarice.
and see if that'll get rid of this labyrinth. Her. It didn't. It just moved a few feet.
Might as well try to smash it first.
Yeah. Smash before you ask questions. Okay. So, yeah, shit's happening with Clarice. Shut the fuck up. Okay. So Clarice's brothers are doing shit to her, and I love it. We have canonical names for Sons of Ares. Sherman? Mark?
God, I bet Sherman's a shithead.
Sherman.
I bet he sucks.
Oh, Sherman.
I think we meet him, like, in later, things. I'm pretty sure he's in, like, Trials of Apollo or something.
Alright, guys, don't even judge me for what I'm about to say, but, like, Sherman, when I think the name is Sherman, I think, like this guy.
You are not wrong. We are looking at a little, like alien sock puppet guy with a little tie and stripes. He's got glasses.
Is wonderful for audio mediums.
Yeah, exactly.
P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Way, Sydney.
Yes. P. Sherman is actually the son of Ares we're talking about right now.
Oh my god. Finding Nemo's in the extended Rick Riordan-verse.
It's all Disney. Therefore, Percy Jackson is part of the Pixar theory. Didn't you know? Yeah.
Well, if you don't know, now you know.
Now you know. Yeah, I can't fully do my thing of like, oh, these names are related to Ares in some way, because all the Camp Half-Blood, all the names are somehow somewhat of puns, or like somewhat related to their godly parents.
Oh, okay.
Mark?
I'm like, is Sherman
related to
like
Mars?
a famous general or
Yeah,
something?
they both have, like, the same
I bet
roots.
you.
I feel like okay, let's see. Let's see what it says on this character's wiki. He does have a last name, but it hasn't been revealed yet. Ooh, this name means Sherman means shearer of woolen garments.
A lot of names used to be about sheep. Don't worry about it. Sheep were
Okay.
really, really important to everybody.
Okay. Sheep is all that matters. He might be named after William Sherman, the Civil War general.
I fucking called it.
Must be it.
Oh my god. Of course.
Who is also a son of Ares. Listen, we all know that Rick Riordan has a thing for the Civil War.
Rick Riordan seems to like war history shit in general. Like he gives us the name of the tank that's in this. Yeah.
He was a history teacher.
Of course he does.
He was a history teacher. He loves this shit. All right. So Clarice explains, no, it's actually Phobos and Deimos, these asshole god brothers that I have.
But the fact that Percy was like not even surprised that her brothers were like fucking with her, it's like her Ares cabin confirmed toxic. Like,
yeah, she's just like, absolutely, come on. They're all just a bunch of like rowdy assholes that like get in fights all the time. That's what we've seen of them so far.
I don't like pranks. Yeah.
Okay, so there's the war chariot, Ares' war chariot, that Clarice was allowed to take out as a test and just like go for a joyride?
Test drive? I don't know. Whatever.
That sure sounds like a thing. It's like I'm forgetting words. Oh my god, I hate things. It's a rite of passage for like sons of Ares usually to do the chariot thing.
So it's an impress my dad issue.
Hey, I want to impress my dad, who's a god who really doesn't care about me. Oops. Yeah, sucks. But Percy wants to go help her, and she doesn't really get the chance to say, no, you can't help me again, before Phobos comes along, and he looks like literally a dick.
Literally?
I hate this man. Yeah, literally a dick, but like, his eyes are on fire. A dick with eyes on fire.
Got it. It's in my brain.
You're welcome. I did it. This man sucks.
He's got ratty jeans, a black t-shirt, and a leather jacket, and a bandana. So clearly some kind of punk.
He's like, I'm in a gang, bitches.
Like, bitch, you look like Kid Rock. Like, calm down.
I'm in a band.
Sure you are. You sure you are, sweetie.
Exactly. Okay, so he has to like mock Clarice and be like, "Who's your little boyfriend?" Ha ha ha. And she reveals that it's Percy.
Oh yeah, he's famous.
My god, Percy's name has been getting around. People know him. They're mad about him, but specifically because of what he did to Ares. Yeah. So now he's the sworn enemy, and Clarice is now an enemy because she's hanging out with Percy. Oh no! Oh no! And then he shows her what she fears. Okay, I'm wondering if she's still seeing Ares in this vision too. Or what is she seeing? She's swatting the air like she's being attacked by invisible bugs. She's swinging her sword wildly. She doesn't do that when it's Ares.
I think he like holds off on the big guns till the end, and he's just like kind of like teasing her right now. So, like, maybe she, like, really hates giant locusts or something. And
Yeah. I'm trying to think if there's, like, a precedent that we could figure out what this is, but I'd probably not.
I mean, like, it would be interesting if there was also, like, other stuff that we've seen so far that it could have been. Like, it could be, something to do with, like, being on Polyphemus's island. Like, that would have been a good fear, because she was almost trapped in, like, this thing with a cyclops. That's kind of terrifying. I mean, maybe there was also, like, some past traumas. We don't know how she was claimed.
Yeah,
or
Clarice
any, like, monsters
has her own
attacked her
life.
before.
Her own shit she's doing.
So, I don't know. She does. Or it could have been something from the labyrinth, because, again, she did go on that labyrinth quest before this, presumably.
Speaking of monsters, once they get off the subway... No, that's not what happens. What happens next?
Well, first Phobos is like, you gotta, nothing to fear but fear itself.
Oh, yeah.
And they go on their way. Yeah. She explains that they're basically the same, but, like, Deimos is bigger and uglier. And they're just trying to figure out where the fuck this chariot could be. It's with wild animals? Okay, a zoo? Maybe? We gotta guess the right one. Maybe Staten Island? I don't know. How many zoos are in New York, guys?
There's gotta be, like, maybe a lot.
Right. This seems like it would be very hard. And also, can you really call them wild animals if they're in a zoo? I feel like this riddle sucks.
Yeah.
It's true. But, yeah. We gotta talk about the Statue of Liberty for, like, 2 seconds, because Annabeth's not here. So Percy has to give us some nerdy things.
That's so cute.
The
My
Statue
God.
of Liberty is designed after, it's supposed to look like Athena, like it's modeled after her. That's cool. But that doesn't matter now because sea monster! There's a fucking sea monster.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
This is clearly not that big of a problem for Percy specifically.
yeah, he's just like, oh, I just gotta like hit it once, and then it's like, ow, goodbye. They don't like being hurt.
Yeah. This scene reads, or just like, maybe this one paragraph reads to me like, just like an episode of Adventure Time. How it's like, leave them alone, I yelled. Or what, son of the sea god? Deimos sneered. My brother tells me you're a wimp. So, I don't know, something about that reminds me of like that episode of Adventure Time when Finn's scared of the sea, and then the fear. Have you guys not seen Adventure Time?
I have not.
Am I too old?
I have seen specifically that episode, so that's good.
Damn. Well, that's extremely convenient for me. Yeah, the fear like materializes and it comes out of his gut, come out of his belly button, and it's like he's like, "You're a wuss."
Wow.
Yeah. No. When you're saying it, I can hear it. This could be
like
an Adventure Time sketch
because of like Rick's like funny little way he writes and the little jokes everywhere.
Right.
But like also there's like terrifying monsters who could kill the kids at any minute.
The kind of like overly modern like 90s kid like style along with the like high
this
mythology.
Was a really fun scene to read.
Yeah, this just man is just riding a giant crocodile or something. And everyone's like afraid of it. What the fuck are they seeing? Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah, I really was wondering this whole time. Like, what does the mist do with a giant sea serpent?
Unclear. But they're afraid, because he's, like, one of the gods of freaking fear. And, yeah, Percy just easily beats this thing because they don't like getting hurt. So, it's gone. Goodbye.
Okay, no, this is delightful to me, though. I want to talk about, like, Percy's like, Clarice, grab on. And she's like, what? And he's like, grab onto my neck, we're going for a ride. Clarice does not protest this. Like, normally, in, like, grudgingly working with your rival thing, they would be like, what? You want me to hold on to you? There's no way I'm doing that. What's your plan? Explain it to me. No, Clarice fucking trusts Percy, which I think is really interesting, you know?
They have worked together, a few times before, so, you know, we're
they have a rapport.
Yeah.
It's, you know, begrudging
maybe not
respect.
a good social rapport, but a great professional, you know, professional hero rapport.
Yeah, like,
absolutely.
She trusts his judgment in battle, otherwise she does not. You know?
He's like, I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah, so, she just tackles him,
Right. Presumably jumping off of Percy. She says, get me within 10 feet, and then just launches herself off of Percy and onto Deimos. I love this.
Oh my god. But
it's pretty badass.
Y'all, we're running out of time. We gotta get to this chariot. We gotta get there. Yeah. So we just find it. All of a sudden it's by the reptile house, and it's so well disguised, man. It just it's just a giant chariot with horses, flaming horses.
Fire-breathing horses.
Fire-breathing, sorry. And it just says official zoo vehicle. That's all you have to do sometimes. That's it. I'm obsessed with this child who notices that what it is. Jesse, you need a short story about you specifically, actually, and how you're a demigod. This is still my agenda. Every small child who, like, sees the monsters is actually a demigod. They could see through the mist, but also more demigods would be fun.
See, okay, I didn't want to get into it, but I was thinking about this, which is that, like, I feel like children have less social expectations, and so they don't need to, like, fit things into what makes sense for it to be there. I feel like the mist lets adults' brains do a lot of the work for it, you know? It's like the psychic paper in Doctor Who, where, like, it just fills in the right form when you look at it.
Yeah, and if you're too, like, what is it? If you're too logical or something, you can see right through it. You're just like, that's blank. There's nothing there. Nope.
Well, it's like, and what we do in the shadows, like, the vampires have hypnosis, powers, but the powers don't work on, like, government workers.
What?
Wait, what?
Because they have no souls.
Oh my god.
Right?
I still have to watch the show, like, so badly.
You really should watch the movie first.
I know. I need to find the movie first.
It normalizes just, like, the New Zealandness of the tone.
Also, it slaps.
I still do remember the couple of episodes that I saw at Christina's house, because it was just on in the background a few times while we were hanging out. It was funny.
Percy tries to talk to these fire-breathing horses, and one of them called him some names he can't repeat. What slurs did this horse call Percy Jackson?
Oh god.
You have seen Ares. You know that his horses call people slurs.
Are racist.
Yeah. Don't love that. God. So Clarice goes towards the chariot, and immediately Phobos and Deimos are like, "Ha! We were here the whole time, just invisible."
Okay, they could be invisible, but I was imagining them just, like, popping up like they were hiding under the seat.
Oh my god.
Surprise, bitch. That's
funny too. Hey, who wins at hide and seek? You didn't find us. We just, like, popped out. Yeah, so they gotta fight now. We douse the horses so they can't, light things on fire. Good job, Percy. Very good job.
So Percy's being chased by Phobos in the chariot while Clarice is behind
Yeah, and
Deimos.
what does the chariot turn into? A fucking tank! A fucking tank!
It is a World War II Panzer, or however you pronounce that. So,
listen, I've heard this word once, and it was in the Santa Claus, and they called it a Panzer.
Well,
so
at least one of us has some information.
I have heard this word one time before this, so I did it. Yeah, so
the
he's
guy
just like firing
shoots a tank
gun
in the middle of a zoo.
He's just shooting off, like, gun at Percy Jackson? Alright, sure. Percy's like, gotta surround myself with water. I'm gonna go into the room with all the fish tanks, because that's water,
counts.
even though it's behind glass. I got my fish buddies with me, He's got the Greek chorus behind him,
It is adorable, though, that
fish.
he can, like, hear them. They're like, oh my god,
yeah.
Is that the son of the sea god?
It's nice to have support during stressful times, yes.
Percy says specifically here, it's great when you're a celebrity to squids.
Oh my god.
Listen, that'd be so cool. And now the chariot has changed forms again. Hey, look, it's kind of familiar. You're remembering the lightning thief when we first met Ares and he rode a fucking motorcycle?
Yeah, as you do.
With leather seats made of human skin? Yeah.
But it smells great.
It really does. Specifically in the lightning thief, it says Caucasian human skin.
Oof.
I think that's...
Okay, well, at least he made that clear.
Yeah.
I'm glad to know. It's fine. I'm less mad now.
At least we know it wasn't.
At least it was just some white guys
racially motivated.
Yeah,
that's the relief for me.
Yep, it's fine. Totally fine. All right, so Percy's worst fear is it's the prophecy. He's a Camp Half-Blood, everything is in flames. And his friends are all just like, save us!
Oof.
Percy, you have to make this choice! If he's gonna save or destroy Olympus. Okay, I feel this where it's like, what if I did the wrong thing? What am I supposed to do? That's just me in a nutshell. This is the ADHD, that's the anxiety. It's the worst thing ever. It's the bisexual,
Don't make me choose!
I think
can't
we should
choose.
start calling Percy's prophecy the bisexual dilemma.
Absolutely true. Great prophecy, who? No, this is the bisexual dilemma right here. Yeah. Do I choose Annabeth or Luke?
God, shut up.
You're welcome. Okay. So, the voices of the fish help him wake up
That's so good.
just before Phobos is about to, like, slice him in half. It's beautiful! Hey! And this guy's, like, a weak-ass fighter, so Percy can beat him very easily.
Yeah, that's so funny to me that, like, with both of these guys, like, as soon as they take away their cool fear powers, they're like, they ain't shit.
Yeah, they're not, like, gods of war, they're just gods of fear. Once you take away the fear, what do you have?
Yeah, I think it's kind of nice. He wrote it specifically to be like, guys, fear is an illusion. Like, it's not even real. Like you're so big, you're brave, you can do this, you could do anything.
I like that reading. I was thinking that Rick was just trying to dunk on them. Because they suck.
I have, like, two thoughts here. Well, one, what's that quote, like, courage isn't, like, the absence of fear. It's like when something else is more important or something. It was in Princess Diaries. Yeah. I can't remember the full quote.
I know.
Yeah.
No, but I specifically also remember it from Princess Diaries.
Yeah, I know it's a quote from something else before that. But yeah, it's basically like, yeah, something else is more important. So, like, you can be afraid, but, like, you can also be courageous because something else, you gotta do something. But then I also want to compare this again to Rise of the Guardians, where, like, once everyone stops being afraid of Pitch, they can't see him anymore, and he no longer has any powers. They're like, yeah, we don't care. We're happy-go-lucky now. And then he's the one who's afraid, and the nightmares turn on him.
Sucks to suck, dude.
Really does. Hey, another comparison. There are horses in both of these things. Because the nightmares are horses, and Ares'
when it turns
chariot
into a
has
motorcycle,
horses.
what happens to them?
That is a question.
They're just the spirit of some horse.
That is a question that I also have. I mean, what happens to them when it turns into a tank? I don't know. What's up with these
They're
horses?
inside the tank with horse hats on.
With little helmets?
Because someone has to be driving
Yeah.
it.
That's
so,
adorable.
So one of the horses must be the gunner.
Who's flying this plane?
God.
Yeah, so he beats this guy, and then we gotta go help Clarice. She's with Deimos, and Deimos looks like Ares. This guy who's supposed to be good at, like I said, it's the crowd fear that he's supposed to be good at. This is a very specific fear for Clarice, I feel like. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I got a little confused about that. Maybe, is it supposed to be like, Phobos is more of like the physical fear, and Deimos is more of like a psychological fear? No, because then he
just had a giant sea monster. Yeah, I don't know.
It's both fear.
I don't know what's happening here. Rick, you really should have, like, figured this out, what the difference between these guys is.
Okay,
and, like,
there is a difference between their powers in some kind of way, because Phobos's illusion was entirely internal. Like, no one else could see it. But Percy can see him being Ares now, so it still doesn't quite work with what they were saying before, but it kind of gives us a dichotomy.
Yeah, I guess that is, like, quote-unquote crowd fear, if it's not just the one person seeing it. Still weird. Okay. I don't know. It didn't quite work for me, Rick. Work on this, please. So, yeah, he's Ares, because Ares sucks. He's telling Clarice that she's worthless. But Percy's like, hey, come on, you can get up. You're a fucking warrior. Get up.
That ain't your daddy. That man is not the father.
Yeah.
Literally.
And I love this. She's like, I'm tired of being scared of you.
Yes!
Oh my god. Hey, whenever we get into this shit, where, like, Ares is an actual abusive father, I'm like, holy shit, like, that fucks me up emotionally.
Like, this whole story is about the fact that she wants to prove herself to her father.
Mhm.
And then she's
he
like,
doesn't fucking deserve
you know
it.
what?
He doesn't deserve her.
Fuck it.
But Clarice is also not a shithead like Luke, and, like, has morals as a person. Clarice is such a bully in The Lightning Thief, and yet I stand her so much.
Yeah.
It's growth. I like the growth.
Yeah, absolutely. She's a boss bitch. So they get in the chariot. Get in, bitch, we're going shopping. And then, yeah, they ride it away, and then Percy has to get the fuck out because Ares is gonna come. It's fine! It's totally fine! He just can't be here or he'll get murdered, basically.
And no one wants to see a murdered little boy.
Yeah. Okay, I have, like, a couple other things I wanted to mention. I think I forgot to say that Percy does ride the motorcycle, and he's just like, I've never done this,
And
but fuck
apparently
it,
that
I'll
worked.
try.
It's
It's
because
fine.
there's horse spirits in there.
He just rides a motorcycle. You're right.
We got your back, Percy.
You know, it's got horsepower.
But
Blackjack?
E-
It's just me doing the voice. That's
God damn it!
Blackjack in the
Please,
in the
no.
audiobooks.
No.
I'm gonna die.
I hate it. No.
So embarrassing.
I
It's okay.
Can I still just say
It's for kids. It's for babies. It's fine.
I hope
It's for
they get
kids.
Jack Black to play Blackjack. Please.
Like, get the same guy who did the voices.
No, I want
Oh.
Jack Black to voice Blackjack.
Oh.
In
I don't think you said that.
That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, gotcha. That's a tough palindrome type situation.
Jack Black.
Wow.
Play
Yeah.
Blackjack.
I would go for he can do just about anything and I'll be okay with it at this
Honestly.
point. Almost. Yeah. I don't say that I love any celebrities anymore because I think that they're all gonna do something bad.
You can't.
That's
There's
fair.
no need
That's
to put
fair.
anybody on a pedestal. Everybody's people, and everybody does shitty things every once in a while. You know?
Hey, I love both of you.
Except Rick. You're not allowed, Rick.
Well, Rick's
Rick,
gotten
if
a
you
lot
do
of his,
anything
like,
shitty-
problematic things out of the way. He's working on it
Hey,
now.
Good.
he's at least a celebrity who's like, okay, I admit, I fucked up. I'll do better. Does better. You know? He'll take the criticism.
That's all we can ask
Hell
for.
yeah.
Yeah.
Growth.
Yeah, like, I think I kind of glossed over it, but, like, the fact that, this chariot thing is, like, usually for sons of Ares, and then Clarice is, like, the first girl to do it in a while. That's also, like, you know, a big thing about this story. 'Cause, like,
And Percy's like, nice, girl power.
yeah, he's, like, he loves it. Just, like, I think Clarice is the only, like, daughter of Ares that is ever mentioned in any of these books.
I think you might
I
be
could be
right.
wrong.
I'm not.
So-
I am not sure. Like, because
I think so.
in book one, Percy gets cornered in the girls' bathroom, and I kind of feel like it wasn't just Clarice. I feel like she had, like, a girl gang, but I don't remember.
But were they also daughters of Ares? It's the question. Because I think it was, when it was Capture the Flag, they were, like, sons of Ares, specifically.
I don't know.
But I could be wrong. I don't know. Anyway.
Hey,
Girl
okay,
power.
I want to talk about this short
Fuck
story.
yeah.
Because Percy is never once antagonistic to Clarice this entire time. Clarice is kind of trying to push him away, but Percy is, like, endlessly supportive to her this whole time. It's because Percy has also had an abusive father figure, and he's like, I see, you're going through it. I will do anything to help you out, girl.
He's just like, I don't like bullies. I don't like evil dads. I'm with you all the way.
Like,
I will help you fight this battle. Anything you need, I'm with you. I love him.
Plus low-key, he's also like, I mean, I didn't really want to go to school today, and, like, I'd rather fight monsters. Like,
you're so
honestly,
right. Percy's skipping his last 2 periods.
Yeah, he's just like,
It's fine.
fuck this class. Out of here.
I'm
Go
out.
kill some gods, I guess.
It's like, you can't tell him that school's more important than that. Like, that's just not, it's just not truthful.
Listen, let's also remember that, like, Percy's fatal flaw is his loyalty to his friends.
Which
And hey, guess
includes
what?
Clarice.
he does consider her a friend, because he mentioned she was in that scene at Camp Half-Blood.
Well, she kind of like, isn't that's why she asks? She's like,
she literally
like,
asks.
When you said like you saw your friends like begging for you to like save them, like, was I like there?
Yeah, you were.
He's like, yeah, you were there.
Which seems like a weird thing to want to have been there for, but like, okay, Clarice.
They're
like,
friends.
Okay, way to make this about you. No,
I'm just like,
okay. No, it's really sweet.
You had a vision of me begging for my life in horrifying pain.
Nope, that's fine.
That's normal and not concerning at all.
It's okay. Yeah, so that was Percy Jackson and the Stolen Chariot, the first short story in the Demigod Files. This goddamn book.
The first short story in the Percy Jackson series ever. It used to be the only one.
I would highly recommend reading it because the way it's published in parts is such. It's like with fanfic, how you're like, so what did you guys think? Should I post part 2?
Yeah, that's the vibe.
It's like that. God. And it's also like, I found a spelling error in there, so I was wondering if he said, he was like, I hoped right onto that motorcycle. I'm like,
wait,
did you hope?
Let me see.
Did you hope?
Is this here? Let's see. Hoped.
I couldn't possibly tell you what part of it was.
I hopped on. Okay. No.
Oh, they fixed it for the print. Like the editor was not involved in the
Adorable.
blog, which is fair.
Makes sense.
It's which makes me wonder. I wonder, like, if your story is more edited than mine in general. Like, if they added or left things out.
I didn't get a chance to like look at it too much, but
I've just been skimming the blog version, so I don't know
what's been changed, if anything. Yeah. It's some fun shit, man. Leela, thank you so much for being here.
Of course.
Leela, where can the people find you on the internet?
Hi guys, I'm Leela. You can listen to me. I'm on the restricted section a lot. If you like to listen to that pod. And I'm on Instagram and Twitter at Leels for Reels, but not really on Twitter so much. So actually just look me up on Instagram. Yeah. Are we doing plugs?
Yeah, we're doing plugs.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Okay. All right. I have a book. I'm trying to remember. It's called I Would Love to Plug. I just finished a really good book. It's called Arsenic and Adobo.
Okay.
It is great. It's almost like like a Hallmark movie. Where it's like a girl like moves back to her small town and like every guy there all of a sudden is hot and the descriptions like, why is the dentist so buff? But she's really cool. Her best friend is gay and and everybody in this book, there's like very few white people in this book. The few white people that are in this book, spoiler alerts, don't live very long. So,
yay!
It's kind of nice. I also am just I'm such a slut for, like, any kind of food porn. Do you know what I mean? I don't mean like that in the sense of, like, porn. But, like, I just love, like, really descriptive, like, blurbs about delicious food. And Filipino food, if you've never tried it, slaps. It's so yummy. So, lots of cool stuff. Oh, and to make things even better, the main character's name is Leela, which, it's super unusual. I don't see my name a lot, but it's Lila, and there's even like a part in the book where she says like, where the guy's like, "Oh, I've been calling you Lila, but your Lola, your grandmother just called you Leela," and she's like, "Yeah, I just stopped correcting people," and I was like, "No, don't stop correcting people. It's your correct name." But it's actually like, it's like a murder mystery, kind of like a very low key murder mystery with lots of just delicious food. So I highly recommend. It was a really quick and easy like summer read.
I was gonna make a joke about the food porn thing, but I didn't want to interrupt you. I was like, yeah, no, you actually just really love like the cakes that are shaped like boobs or something. You know, like the really like disastrous like food people make, and it's like, wow, that actually just looks like a penis or a vagina or boobs. Anyway,
no, it's a flower.
Food porn. That's what I think of. What is my plug? I do have one. I just need to remember things because I'm bad at that.
Is it not Nimona?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's right. Nimona. Listen, I had a few different ideas for plugs, but actually, no, my plug is going to be Nimona because fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Go watch Nimona, everyone, on Netflix, or also go read the graphic novel. Christina forcibly bought it for me and was like, you need to read this. So I did.
Nice.
And then I was like very prepared when the movie came out, and I'm like, fuck yeah, it's so good. It's so gay.
It's a good feeling.
It's so fucking gay.
Yay, I know, I can't wait to watch it.
Bro,
That sounds great.
Do it.
Okay, I will.
Do it now.
I'm gonna do it.
Just
right now?
Yeah, right now. Just like leave the call
Oh.
and go watch Nimona. It's your
All right.
homework.
Bye.
Sounds good to me. I don't have anything. I like Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on the GameCube. That's the best Sonic game because it has a Chow Garden in it. I don't know why they haven't kept using that function. It would make every Sonic game better if you could just raise some little guys. That's my plug. I think that we should all petition
Right.
Sega and Sonic Team
Right, your
to
plugs
make
are always
the Chow
just,
Garden
like,
into a thing again.
wonderful
Heck
and
yeah.
very you. I'm surprised it wasn't Homestuck.
Why, thank you.
We
only plug things once. When I've only plugged Homestuck
I'm gonna make fun
proper
of you forever.
once. Fuck you. I'm doing my best over here.
We're just trying our best. Well,
Yes, I'm still having a phase.
it's
Leave
not
me
a phase,
alone.
Mom.
I'll
God.
make you
No,
a
thank
fucking
you.
quadrant shipping chart, and you're gonna
Well,
like it.
get the fuck out of my cabin. I'm
Release
gonna go,
me from this
like,
mortal coil, Charlie.
just hop on this fucking motorcycle. I guess I've never ridden one before, but it'll be super easy. And then just like go try to murder a god. I guess. Yeah. Bye.
I'm gonna go murder some Papa Johns. Bye.
Hell yeah!
Huge thanks to our #1 supporter, Matt, on Patreon. You can follow this podcast socials at Of the Eldest Gods Pod on Instagram and Tumblr, and at Of the Eldest Gods on Twitter. You can send us an iris message through oftheeldestgodspod@gmail.com. If you'd like to support us financially, join us at patreon.com/oftheeldestgods. By becoming a patron, you can join the Deus Ex Media Discord server, where you'll be able to chat with us and other listeners about episodes and anything Percy Jackson related. Our $5 patron tier also gets you access to Against All Odds, our monthly bonus show. There, we'll talk about a wide variety of topics, which usually have something to do with mythology. No promises. You can check out our merch store on Redbubble to find custom designs made by Charlie. Or if you cannot or do not want to support us financially, we'd really appreciate a rating, a review, or letting your friends and followers know how much you love the podcast. That really helps. You can find me, Raye, at HeyHeyRaye, spelled R-A-Y-E, on Twitter. If you want to hear more from me, check out Barbie Movie Slap, a podcast where my co-host Ted and I discuss Barbie's cinematic universe. That podcast Twitter is at Barbie Slaps.
And you can follow me, Charlie, at GreenPixie12 on most platforms, but on Twitter I'm at GreenPixie123, which I'm totally not salty about. I also have an art Instagram at GreenPixieDraws. I sometimes do the YouTube thing on my channel, Charlie Mac. That's M-A-C-K. Our music was written by Isabel Strauss-Riggs and recorded and edited by Ian M. Riggs. You can find Izzy at Kane_I, that's I as in the body part, on Instagram and Twitter. She also currently makes video essays on the YouTube channel Kane I. Feel free to message her about making music for your project or editing your podcast. Of the Eldest Gods is proud to be a part of Deus Ex Media, which features great podcasts like The Restricted Section, a chapter-by-chapter Harry Potter pod with lots of spoilers all the time.
What's up, potheads? I'm Christina Kahn, host of The Restricted Section, the Harry Potter Slander Harry Potter Book Club podcast. We are a raunchy, rambling, unabashedly pro-trans rights Harry Potter book club podcast hosted by a bunch of nihilistic millennials who are desperately clinging to childhood fantasies as a way to escape the monotony of our 9-to-5 work culture and the inevitable extinction of the human race at our own hands. Isn't it wild that this book series was spontaneously created by the gods and has no actual author? Welcome to the show. The Restricted Section releases episodes on Wednesdays. The Restricted Section can be found at Restricted Section Pod or at Restricted Pod across all the socials. And just to make it clear, fuck TERFs.
Of the Eldest Gods is based on the series by Rick Riordan. Right now, we are discussing Percy Jackson and the Olympians. Remember to follow us on your favorite podcatcher and meet us back here every Thursday.
Deimos X Media. That's all I got.
I love it. Beautiful.
Dave X Media.